Fellow members of the Corrections Bargaining Unit and residents of Ontario, my name is Chris Jackal and I'm the chair of your Corrections Bargaining Team. The Corrections Bargaining Team has begun negotiations for our historic first standalone collective agreement. We'll be working hard to ease the crisis that's gripping corrections. Those of us who work in Ontario's correctional system know we're in a state of crisis. We experience it every day in our institutions and facilities. The violence among inmates, the increasing violence against staff, inmates with mental health and addictions issues, decrepit, unsafe buildings, skyrocketing rates of post-traumatic stress syndrome. We're also experiencing a crisis in our probation and parole offices. Workloads are dangerously high, staffing levels are critically low. A refusal to install metal detectors has put officer safety in peril. Compliance checks, such as house arrest and curfew checks, have been suspended, putting the public at risk. Shocking numbers of offenders breach their orders. The whereabouts of thousands of offenders are unknown and they're not being sought. Our institutions are bulging at the seams. Many correctional workers have, are, or will experience burnout and PTSD. Nurses and other healthcare professionals struggle to care for an aging population with mental health and addiction issues. Yes, our occupations are dangerous, but it is not our job description to be routinely assaulted and have urine and excrement thrown at us. But despite all of this, behind the walls and in the offices, professional correctional staff do their best every day to make this dysfunctional system work. We have lived through austerity, we have endured net zeros, we have seen our wages fall far behind other jurisdictions. In 2016, a provincial arbitrator said Ontario correctional officers' wages were significantly lower than our counterparts. This wage disparity has not only affected correctional officers, but also tradespeople, healthcare professional, probation and parole officers, youth services, and youth probation officers. They continue to earn much less compared to professionals doing similar jobs in outside agencies. So this bargaining team will be pulling out all the stops to give corrections workers the contract they deserve. The employer recognizes us as their most valuable resource and claim they're committed to transforming corrections. Well, it is time for them to move from words to actions in the form of a substantial contract. We're asking you to support us in our efforts. Call your MPP, tell them it's high time the government compensated corrections workers to reflect our efforts and the risks we take. This is our time.